Was a king of all Sweden truly ruler of all Sweden? Imagine a time when kings claimed to rule over entire lands, but the truth was often more complicated. That's exactly what we see in medieval Scandinavia, especially in Sweden. The idea of a king of all Sweden sounds impressive, but was it really the case? Let's explore how power was shared and contested back then. In early medieval Sweden, the land was not a united kingdom. Instead, it was made up of many small provinces and petty kingdoms. Each had its own local leaders or chieftains who held power over their areas. These leaders sometimes called themselves kings, but their control was limited to their own regions. The idea of one ruler controlling all of Sweden was more of a goal than a reality at that time. Over the centuries, some kings tried to expand their influence. They fought battles, made alliances, and married into powerful families to increase their territory. Still, even the most successful rulers could not always control every part of Sweden. Many regions remained loyal to local leaders or had their own customs and laws. The Swedish monarchy was often a patchwork of different areas with varying degrees of loyalty to the king. The concept of a king of all Sweden became more serious during the late Middle Ages. Some monarchs managed to unite larger parts of the country, but their authority was often challenged. Nobles and regional assemblies held significant power and could resist royal commands. Sometimes, local communities had their own councils and laws, which the king had to respect or negotiate with. During this period, Scandinavia was also united under larger political entities called unions. The Kalmar Union, which lasted from 1397 to 1523, linked Denmark, Norway, and Sweden under one monarch. But even then, the Swedish part of the union was not always fully controlled by the king. Many Swedish nobles and cities maintained their independence and influence. So when someone called themselves King of all Sweden, it was often more about prestige and legitimacy than actual control. The title was a symbol of authority, but real power was shared, negotiated, or sometimes challenged. It took many years and political changes for the Swedish monarchy to become more centralized and powerful. In the end, the idea of a single ruler having absolute control over all of Sweden in medieval times was more of an aspiration than a fact. The political landscape was complex, with many competing interests. The title, King of all Sweden, reflected ambitions and recognition, but it did not always mean total domination. It was a gradual process of building a unified kingdom, often through alliances, conflicts, and political negotiations.